What's going on, guys? Back in the cage today. Gonna do a little bit of a fun video. Got a little bit of a showdown here between some of the newest and kind of the hottest bats in the drop 10 space. I know the immediate question is going to be, we don't have all the bats right now. There's a couple bats that, we don't have the Axe Avenge Pro 3 right now anymore. But we do have a review of that on the channel, so we kind of know the baseline of that bat. We also don't have a Hype Fire. I know that's obviously, kind of another bat a lot of people swing. I'm not a huge fan of the Hype Fire in drop 10. I just don't think it was ever super hot, but hopefully we can get one of the new ones and kind of throw it in there as well. I've been kind of waiting just for when the new ones actually arrive, so those should be rolling out pretty soon. And then obviously the Marucci's new bat, the Cat X2 Composite, just isn't out yet, so we don't have that one in. But we do have the Soldier Tank, kind of the hottest bat of the season right now, what a lot of people are trying to get their hands on. The Bone Saber Composite, which is a newcomer, Warstick's first composite bat.
The Demerny Zen, and then we have the Rolling Lycon. Yeah,
so we got 4 bats here. All of them are, pretty popular bats. A lot of questions on every single one of them right now. We thought it'd be cool to do a little bit of a video as people kind of gear up to get some new equipment for their fall season. A lot of the new bats just came out, and I know a lot of people are going to be buying these going into their kids' fall season. So yeah, I'm going to get in here and take some swings with each of them, kind of give you some feedback on what we think on each one as we hit with them, and we'll go from there.
All right, first up we got the Rawlings Lycon. Alright, next up we got the Soldier Tank. Is that good? Now we have the new Bone Saber Composite. Is that better? That felt good.
Yep.
We have the Demerny Zen. No, that felt good. I came off hot.
Still too much.
I don't even stride this. 2 feet tall. Watch where I am. Here, drop into it.
What's going on, guys? Back in the office again today after doing our little showdown today. I know, kind of like I mentioned at the start of the video initially, that we are missing a couple bats, that would be kind of relevant to this video, I would say, like the Hype Fire. We don't have the Axe anymore. I sent it back to just get that rattle taken care of. And I honestly don't think it was affecting its performance, but it was just annoying me. Yeah, we don't have that. Obviously, the white icon and the new icon that are coming out are the exact same bat, so shouldn't be any difference there. But yeah, I think in this video we're not going to post all of the exit velocity numbers and everything. We're just going to talk about what we actually think about each bat. Because, you can go back and watch all of our other videos. All the exit velocity numbers that we did take today about matched up with those videos. So we're more just going to kind of talk about what, in my thoughts and his thoughts and Lucas's thoughts, what we would actually game, and what we think about each bat, really. It's going to be me talking, obviously, and less him, because I guess you'd say I kind of talk for him, because he has a little bit harder time talking on camera. So, but yeah, I'm obviously not swinging these bats, so all of these feelings and stuff come from him. Obviously, I watch him swing the bats, but, I kind of just get from what he says about them and things like that, and then kind of just form the opinions based on that. So yeah, we'll go ahead and start it off. We'll kind of start off with what was his gamer the entire spring season this season, the Rawlings icon. I do think that this is maybe the best drop 10 out there right now. If we're not, kind of more talking modern era drop 10s, a lot of people argue the old, Easton Omen, and like the XL1 and stuff like that are, maybe the best ones ever made, or even like the, old CFs. But no, I think this right now, it takes the cake for probably the best drop 10 made right now. The Rawlings icon, super hot, middle of the road swing weight, I would say. It doesn't swing as heavy as he even mentioned, like the Zen felt. And then I've heard, there's some that even swing heavier than that, like the Red Zoa was supposedly more heavy. Like I said in our Zen video, we never swung that one, but yeah, very good bat. Fairly easy to swing. It's not going to be as light as something like the Bone Saber or your one-piece alloys or even two-piece alloys. It's a little heavier than that, but if your kid can handle it, probably the best drop 10 right now. Just absolute rocket launcher, like you guys saw in our video with this. I mean, Lucas hit some absolute shots with this bat during the season. I mean, there was some absolute nukes out there. So yeah, I think this is the best drop 10 made. Going into the bat that we swung next, and maybe the hottest bat out right now, as far as when I say the hottest bat out, the most sought after bat right now, Soldier Tank, newcomer to USSSA Composite. Honestly, pretty solid impressions of this bat starting off with. I think that it's a very light swinging bat. You'll see, and I'll mention it several times in the comments, it does weigh heavy on a scale, like really heavy, like over 2 ounces over. But a lot of that is actually going to be, there's a big plastic piece under that tapers this knob, and the knob and the handle itself are actually just pretty thick. So a lot of that weight is there. The barrel itself doesn't feel heavy. I would say it feels ever so slightly heavier than the Bone Saber, and that's kind of what Lucas described too, is ever so slightly, heavier than the Bone Saber, but still a very light swinging bat, lighter than his icon, lighter than the Zen. Honestly, very good. as I mentioned in our tank video, I have seen some kind of durability concerns with this bat, which, I mean, there's nothing at all wrong with ours, but something to look out for if you are somebody that is concerned with that, concerned with having to potentially warranty a bat mid-season or something like that. You know, that could be a concern. But all in all, I do think this is one of the better bats in USSSA right now. I think that it's very light swinging, at least in the drop 10 space. Like I said, all of our videos are speaking on the drop 10 space. It's very important that there's the distinction there. Drop 8 and drop 10 are pretty similar. Drop 5 might as well be an entirely different bat category because it is, those bats do not swing anything at all like the drop 10s and drop 8s. And if you want videos on that, like probably go watch like the Bomb Dropper Boys guys on YouTube, because they're going to be swinging most of the drop 5s, and they have really good reviews on them. So, and you know, as those guys that run it over there will even say, the drop 5s and drop 8s the drop 10s and drop 8s are nothing like the drop 5s. So, pretty good in drop 10. You know, I would say a worthy contender. Good, you know, good weight, good swing weight, pretty decent bat. They all just fell down behind me. Up to the third bat that we swung. And honestly, this is kind of probably leading in my sleeper bat of the year pick right now. The only thing I will say about this is I maybe do have some slight durability concerns of it. Nothing yet, but I don't even know if you'll be able to see it. There's some paint chipping right there, and there's almost kind of like a little bit of spider webbing happening right there. I don't know if that's the start of something or it's just kind of, you know, the paint on the bone saber or what it is. Maybe concerning. Also, I know I mentioned in our war stick video, our end cap is like slightly misaligned. Like it's literally like it's shifted a little bit one way or the other, and it came like that. So interesting to note. Other than that, very light swinging bat. If you like the war stick knob, very good. Lucas actually likes it a lot. It's very light swinging, super hot actually. This is actually, out of the measured exit velos out of all these 4 bats, this is the second highest behind the icon. So, you know, very light swinging, but also got plenty of pop in it. It's a really good bat. And, you know, I would say for Warstick's first composite bat, it's very good. I mean, it's very good. I mean, I say first composite bat. I know they have some softball bats that are composite, I believe. But first composite USSSA baseball bat. So, very good. I'll have to keep an eye on this, the paint chipping and stuff right there. Don't know if that's going to continue or if that's cracks or, you know, what it is. But if you do like war stick, you do like the bone saber knob, super good bat. Very light swinging, going to be even easy for your smaller guys, your smaller kids to swing. Yeah, very good. And then last but not least in this video, we got the new Zen. Honestly, I think that this bat is getting better with time. You watched our review of it possibly, and I said, Lucas didn't really like it that much. Honestly, and you'll see in the video if you watched up to this point, he did mention several times, ooh, that felt really good, with this bat. I think that, you know, kind of in the old CF, early Zoa days, the thing just has a really big sweet spot. But it might still need some break-in for at least ours because it still isn't really the hottest out of them. It and the tank were pretty close. The war stick was a little bit hotter, and then the icon still is. And like I said, I don't know. We actually have one of the new icons on the way, so I'm gonna have to get some exit velo numbers off of that and kind of compare it to a super broken in one versus an out of the wrapper one, because the icon, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, is blowing everything out of the water as far as exit velocity goes. I mean, Lucas is hitting in the 60s from front toss, like with the icon. Most of these are hitting like upper 50s. Maybe he'll get 160 in there, occasionally a 61 or something like that. But yeah, I mean, he did say this bat feels really good. This is definitely the heaviest swinging of the 4. I don't think it's very close. I think this one swings the heaviest of the four by a good margin. I think part of that is how DeMarini just makes these bats. Very skinny handle, very almost nothing to the knob. Barrel itself is pretty heavy. You can definitely tell the balance point is out there. And a very end-loaded feeling up to this bat. Obviously, as somebody who's not swinging it, but even Lucas has echoed that several times, even in like our Zen review video. I do think that I still do think that this is a very good bat, and I'm sure plenty of kids are going to like it. I think there's a big sweet spot out there, and it feels easy to swing. You know, as far as getting barrel. I wouldn't say easy to swing as far as the weight. I do think you probably want a bigger kid swinging this, but very, very good if you can swing it. I think that you'll catch a lot of barrel. You'll get some good hits with it. All in all, guys, like I said, I know we're missing a couple bats that we would have liked to have in here, but hopefully we'll get those reviews out soon, and hopefully, to my knowledge, there's nothing changed with the Drop 10 Hype Fire for the coming out one, but I still do want to get it and see what that's about. Cat X2 Composite, and just not out yet. But yeah, so all in all, guys, I still think the Icon's probably taking the cake. We're still breaking in his XL1 that I bought for him. They just take a very long time to break in. It just still has that pingy sound to it rather than the kind of, what do they call it, like the wet paper sound to it. So yeah, all in all, guys, if you have any questions, like I said, I try and answer every comment. I work from home, so I'll sit on the baseball forums and answer questions about bats half the day. And any comments or questions, just let us know. I'm going to try and actually start a Google Doc that like everybody can view that has all the weights, because we do take on a scale the weights of all the bats, and probably put in some comments about its balance point, swing weight. It was suggested by one of the guys that commented on videos, so definitely a shout out to them for the idea on that. And that way, I can put it in the description of the videos, and it's easy to reference for everybody, so that way they can get like a good idea. It's almost like a little buying guide or something. But yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and everything else that comes with it, and we'll see you on the video.